now for Your Real Champion. I call this segment, But Now I See. Based on a parable from India, the famous American poet John Godfrey Saxe gave us The Blind Men and the Elephant in 1872. 6 blind men had often heard of elephants, but had never been near one. Eager to learn about the animal, they began touching him, each man feeling a different part of the body. To one, the leg felt like a tree trunk, or the tusk like a spear, the tail like a rope, the trunk like a snake, each man with a different perspective. Each one convinced he was correct, but none had a grasp of the entire truth. Like the men in the parable, Dr. Joe Rinaldi is losing his sight. Unlike them, he has a beautiful perspective about the big picture of life with remarkable wisdom beyond his 27 years. At the age of 10, Joe woke up one morning and had no vision in his right eye. The diagnosis? Best disease, a rare condition of the retina that causes a gradual loss of vision. From age 10 through 18, Joe had episodes as often as every 2 to 4 months, each event with acute loss of vision due to blood leaking from abnormal new blood vessels. Treatment with laser or injection of medication could stop bleeding, but may not stop further damage to the retina. Each time, Joe's vision would drop to a lower plateau. Growing up, Joe loved baseball, watching with Dad or playing for his team, but he had to give it up at age 15. His parents gently reminded him to sit at the front of the classroom, request large print books, and extra time for tests. But think about it. Middle school, high school, he wanted to be normal at all costs. But with time, Joe faced and embraced the challenge. It was during high school he came to realize that 1, life's not fair, but it could always be worse. And 2, hardship is not necessarily a bad thing. Someone else out there has it worse than I do. My role is to help them. And with that, Joe began raising money for families of firefighters lost in the line of duty. On to Bucknell for college, where he was chair of philanthropy for his fraternity. He was also a walk-on for football. Impressive. But a well-executed tackle cost him another loss in vision. If he couldn't play a sport, he'd pursue physical therapy studies at Rutgers and then graduated with a glowing record. For Joe, physical therapy combines his passion for exercise with his desire to help people. Why is movement so important? Joe explains that from the second we're born until our last moment, we move for freedom. If unable to move, we lose freedom. And when we stop moving, we stop living. 2 weeks prior to starting his doctorate program, another episode caused him to pause. Well, he had 2 choices: to be limited by the cautionary notion, what if something happens? Or be encouraged to live by the mantra, even if something happens, I'll figure it out. So while studying at Drexel University, he met the woman who completes him. His wife, Michaela, also has a doctorate in physical therapy. And as he spent more time with her, he came to realize that life is bigger than just me. Joe shares, I feel the responsibility to be the best version of myself. No more feeling sorry or making excuses. How I deal with adversity also affects my wife and all the people who have invested in me through my lifetime. Pushing and pulling against adversity helps me become the best version of myself. Joe runs and exercises every day, and just as lifting weights against resistance strengthens muscles, Joe faces adversity with resistance to strengthen his character. He states, everything I do today is going to impact people closest to me today, tomorrow, every day. Everything I do is intentional. Joe loves people and wants to help patients whose pain, injury, or limitation keeps them from being who they want to be. He wants to walk hand in hand with people through their struggles. Dr. Joe Rinaldi, his positive attitude is contagious. He doesn't let titles, doctor, writer, or speaker define him. Quote, I'm Joe Rinaldi, the human being and child of God. I was put on this earth to make a difference in the lives of others, and I want to improve the life of every single person who crosses my path and be the light in someone's darkness. I know that everyone struggles with something, and I believe that everything happens for a reason. I'm grateful to be going blind. What I've lost in sight, I've gained in vision. We salute you, Dr. Joe Rinaldi, your real champion. Visit Joe's website, joerinaldi.blog, Joe, Rinaldi.blog. Thank you for joining us here on Your Radio Doctor, the only all-medical talk radio show in the greater Philadelphia region. Thanks to our exclusive sponsor, Independence Blue Cross, and the support of Recovery Centers of America and the Rothman Orthopedic Institute. Remember, you can listen on WPHT Talk Radio 1210 or from any device using the app Odyssey.com. Listen to all our shows again on yourradiodoctor.net. Send me a message. Tell me what medical topic you'd like to hear about, the story of a champion, or join us as a sponsor. Messages should go to info@yourradiodoctor.net. Great time to advertise on WPHT with the vast amount of news stories and conversation. Well, I hope you didn't fall for any jokes yesterday on April Fool's Day. Don't be a fool. Listen to Your Radio Doctor, especially your host, Dr. Marianne Ritchie, wishing you a happy and safe week and always here to remind you that your health is your wealth.
Thanks for listening to Your Radio Doctor, Dr. Marianne Ritchie, presented exclusively by Independence Blue Cross. To contact Dr. Marianne and to listen to today's show as well as past shows, visit yourradiodoctor.com. This program is a paid commercial announcement and does not reflect the views of WPHT or its management. Today's program has been pre-recorded.
Hi, I'm Lisa Thomas-Laurie. If you're on Medicare, I've got great news. Keystone 65 HMO plans from Independence Blue Cross have earned 5 stars. That's Medicare's highest rating for 2022. Some of these Medicare Advantage plans have no monthly premiums, no deductibles, and no copays for primary care visits and some prescription drugs. And all plans include dental, vision, and hearing benefits with no copays for routine exams. Medicare's highest rating, Philly's most popular plan. Don't wait. Visit ibxmedicare.com/star.
Every year, Medicare evaluates plans based on a 5-star rating system. Keystone 65 offers HMO plans with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Keystone 65 Medicare Advantage plans depends on contract renewal. This is a paid endorsement.